right, good morning, folks. Welcome to the Center of the Heart. I'm EJ Lynn Jacobs. We are going to sing something together, yes? All right, let's stand up and sing this song. My God is so good to me. One, two, three. Here we go. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. My God is so good to me. I'm feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. Feeling good down in my soul. God is so good. My God is so good to me. Yeah, and in my time of trouble, I know God is so good. In my time of trouble, I know God is so good. In my time of trouble, I know God is so good. My God is so good to me. Oh yes, and in my time of triumph, I know God is so good. In my time of triumph, I know God is so good. In my time of triumph, I know God is so good. My God is so good to me. And when the day is over, I know God is so good. Be creative. And when that day is over, I know God is so good. When the day is over, I know God is so good. My God is so good to me. Heads up, every day and every way. God is so good. Every day in every way. God is so good. When I take the time to praise the Spirit, God is so good. My God is so good to me. Let's go back to the beginning. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. I got up this morning singing, God is so good. 3 times. My God is so, my God is so, my God is so good to me. All right. Thank you. Now our practitioner for the morning, Lily Cree, is going to give us our invocation and a reading. Hey, Lily. Still there? There she is.
Forgot to unmute. Okay, well, thank you, EJ. So let us pray. Um, God the divine is in everything, everywhere, all the time, in every moment, in every situation, in every being, every soul that lives on this planet. God is there. I know that I am filled with the power and presence of the divine. And so is everyone here on Zoom and everyone in the sanctuary. And let's extend that to all the people that have their fingers on the buttons. Uh, God is there always. And we know that wisdom holds for everyone. Today, our session is blessed with the divine, and everyone here receives something that they need to make their day go well, their week go even better, and so that they can shine. We know that we put forth what we want, and we want peace. So we know that peace can prevail in the long run. And so I am so grateful for these words and this time together. I bless everyone that is here, and I can now let go of these words into the cosmos to be made manifest. I release and let go. I release and let God, and so it is. My reading today, although it may be a little bit longer than I usually do, I got from a meme on Facebook, but it's really powerful. And I've named it the empath evolution. There is a level of consciousness so rare, so powerful, that when an empath reaches it, they become virtually untouchable. What ancient philosophy reveals about this transformation will completely shatter everything you thought you knew about spiritual evolution. Most people think that empaths are caught in an endless cycle of feelings, absorbing and suffering. But there is a stage beyond empathy that most people never even know exists. And it's absolutely wonderful. Here's what most people don't understand about this stage. Ancient Greek philosophy called it Sophia, which means divine wisdom, not knowledge, not intelligence, but wisdom born from the soul itself. It is the highest form of understanding that a human being can achieve. When an individual reaches this level, something unprecedented happens. They don't just feel anymore, they know. According to ancient wisdom traditions, most people operate on three levels of consciousness. The first is instinct, pure survival. The second is emotion, reactive feeling. The third is intellect, logical thinking. But there's a fourth level only the spiritually evolved ever reach. The fourth is the Sophia stage, divine wisdom born from integrative experience and those who have been through hell and back. These ones are fast-tracked to this level, whether they want it or not. The empath in this stage stops absorbing emotions and starts transmuting them. They don't take on your pain, they see through it. They don't carry your burden, they illuminate the way so you can carry it yourself. This isn't coldness, it's what the ancients called enlightened detachment. They've learned the difference between compassion and codependency, between helping and enabling, between loving someone and losing themselves into someone. This transformation doesn't happen through meditation retreats or spiritual books. It happens through betrayal, through manipulation, through being pushed so far past their limits that they have no choice but to evolve or break completely. But empaths don't break, they transform. According to ancient knowledge, Sophia is achieved when someone integrates three sacred elements: the knowledge of self, the knowledge of others, and the knowledge of universal truths. Some achieve all three at an accelerated rate. They learn about themselves, their boundaries, their worth, their non-negotiables. They learn who's genuine, who's performing, who's safe, and they learn a universal truth that not everyone deserves access to their light. The empaths in Sophia's stage have acquired what is called discernment of spirits. They can sense authenticity versus performance. They know who's genuine. They can feel manipulation forming before it's even spoken aloud. This isn't paranoia, it's hard-earned wisdom operating at a frequency most cannot comprehend. They stop explaining themselves to others who are committed to misunderstanding them. They stop defending their boundaries to those who never respected them in the first place. They stop pouring their energy into black holes disguised as people. They don't just become protective of their energy, they become selective about where they share their light. They know their empathy is sacred, their emotional capacity is finite, their depth is a gift, not a resource to be exploited. According to ancient philosophy, Sophia brings divine indifference, not cruelty, not apathy. It is the ability to witness someone's self-destruction and not need to save them. Such an empath can catch you in a lie and not correct you. They see you manipulate and not call you out. They can witness your pattern and simply walk away. They have learned the ultimate wisdom. Some people don't want help. They want an audience for their chaos. When this wisdom fully integrates, they develop sovereign presence. They no longer react, they respond. They no longer absorb, they reflect. They no longer rescue, they allow natural consequences. It's the empath becoming complete. They have integrated their shadow, they've reclaimed their power. They've learned that saying no is just as sacred as saying yes. The Sophia stage is not the end of empathy, it's the perfection of it. Ancient knowledge states that Sophia reveals itself through paradox. The Sophia stage empath embodies this perfectly. They are the most compassionate and the most boundaried, the most understanding and the most discerning, the most loving and the most selective. They can hold space for your pain without taking it on. They can witness your struggle without fixing it. They can love you deeply while letting you go completely. The empath in Sophia level stops seeking validation from others. They've reached what ancient wisdom called self-sufficient wisdom. They don't need you to understand them. They don't require your approval. They don't seek your recognition. They've become whole unto themselves. The highest form of Sophia is when the empath can see the divine lesson in every wound, the sacred purpose in every betrayal, the gift hidden in every loss. These force them to evolve. It's spiritual alchemy at its highest form. Wisdom isn't the absence of pain, it's pain transformed into purpose. Suffering, consciously integrated, becomes the foundation of unshakable inner peace. The empath who reaches Sophia's stage doesn't just survive their trauma, they transcend it. They don't just heal their wounds, they transform them into wisdom that lights the way for others. They become living proof that sensitivity, when refined by experience and elevated by consciousness, becomes the most powerful force in human existence. They don't lose their heart, they gain their sovereignty. They become more discerning. They don't stop loving humanity. They love themselves with the same fierce devotion. They're not just survivors, they are spiritual warriors who have earned their wisdom through fire and emerged not just whole, but holy. Thank you for listening. I guess that fits in the kind of world I want to create. Thank you very much. So we have another song.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a very enlightening reading. And this song fits right with it. So let's stand up and take this to heart. This is called I Love Me. One, two, one, two. see it, take it in. I am gentle with myself. I take care of my good health. My light shines for all to see. I love me. I love me. Perfect, beautiful, complete. I am a God being. I love me. Everything is for my good. I see miracles where I look. I am who I want to be. I love me. I love me. Perfect, beautiful, complete. I am a God being. I love me. One more verse. I am great at what I do. I know all my dreams come true. I am the gift that I receive. I love me. I love me. Perfect, beautiful, complete. I am a God being. I love me. One last time, big and strong. I love me. And so it is. All right.
Awesome. Good morning. How is everybody? Wow, it's such a gorgeous day. My name is Reverend Maryum Karen Morse, and I'm so happy to have you here. Hi, everybody. Say hi to each other. I know, isn't it gorgeous? But look at this day. I'm driving up and just love, love, love looking at the ocean and seeing the beautiful weather. It's gorgeous. Anyway, we are a spiritual center, and we base our teachings on the teachings of Ernest Holmes. But what we teach here is how to open your hearts, let go of the stuff, let go of your backpacks, and embrace the openness and the love and the divine essence of God. And that's really what we teach you. So as you learn how to navigate through your life, we're here to support you, to love you, to accept you, much like Lily was saying. That just, wow, that resonated with me. Good reading, Lily. Oh, so I'm thankful and grateful for all people here. And we're going to bless ourselves because we are going to open our hearts that way. So as you do that, let's place our hands out to the universe, out to spirit, whatever you believe in. And as we bring the energy that we desire into our lives, let's bring that in, whether it's healing, whether it's to be more deeply connected with friends or family, whatever it is, bring those qualities in And please place your hands over your heart and repeat after me. I bless who I am. I am the image and likeness of God. And I am another way that love is happening on this planet. I am grateful for me. And I thank God for me. And I welcome myself to my own center of the heart. And so it is. We are going to have a beautiful song and then move into a world healing prayer.
I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my mind, and I'll wait upon the Lord. I'll wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the Lord. I'll wait upon the Lord. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know. I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord. I'll wait upon the Lord.
And as we stay in this space of connection, we feel the divine energy of God moving in, as, and through each and every one of us. We are connected to the heart of God, the wisdom of God, the beauty of God. And as we hold that truth, we know and claim for all individuals that are around the world that are in need of a prayer, in need of support, comfort, to create that comfort, that bubble of love around them right here, right now. And we are thankful. We also hold that for all individuals around the world, as Lily was speaking to, we up-level in consciousness. We up-level into another level of awakening in humanity, allowing each other to be who we truly are in oneness and in connection. And we also hold a prayer for the entire planet, all countries, all people. And regardless of what's going on, the chaos around the world in this time period, we hold in our hearts peace. We hold in our hearts love. We hold that vision that that is what's occurring in the world rather than what we are seeing on the outer. And as we hold that love, that peace, that harmony within ourselves, we create that, we connect to others that are holding that, and we are thankful and grateful for all those blessings. And as we hold that, we also give a blessing to the Mother Earth. We give thanks to our ancestors for all that they have given for us to be here, and we are thankful. We also send wisdom to any leader in any capacity, knowing that whatever is happening, that wisdom is permeating into their hearts to awaken them to another way of being, and we are thankful. So as we hold that love and we bring that love around the entire planet, right here, right now, we feel it moving into all people, all spaces, and we are grateful. So I release this prayer of love, peace, and harmony into the infinite oneness of God, And we say together, and so it is. Amen. All right, we have a solo from EJ.
In keeping. 1, 2, 3. Listen up here. At my church, we don't sing the blues. At my church, we don't sing the blues. We believe that life was meant to be good. Everybody knows it is just understood. At my church, we don't sing the blues. At my church, we find joy in God's love. At my church, we find joy in God's love. We believe we were made to be happy and free. We were given the power to choose our destiny. At my church, we don't want to sing the blues. In my church, we believe in new life. At my church, we believe in new life. If you don't like the scene, you can make a change. Nothing is impossible or out of range. At my church, we don't need to sing the blues. Listen here. Ooh. Play it, George. That's George Friedenthal. At our church, we don't sing the blues. At my church, we don't sing the blues. We don't focus on guilt or concentrate on pain. We look for the good and sing a glad refrain. At my church, we don't sing the blues.
Okay,
It's a memory right here at our church. We don't sing the blues.
so come on.
That's right.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, I just don't finish. I'm okay, but I'm just reporting.
Okay, so to replace that one.
What is it? The thing
I
itself, or
can't
is
get
it
it. It
surfing?
won't. It just doesn't. No, it doesn't have the suction for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. I will replace.
Okay, I'm back on. All right.
Oh, the others are good.
All right, so
No, they're
today
fine. I love
I
'em.
actually have three
And it's
I'll take-
no
I'll
like
take
Mormon
that.
practitioner
No,
training.
no
What
right.
they're learning to be are
I
actual
turned it a little
spiritual
cockeyed so I
counselors.
would
That's what
remember.
that means. And
Now,
so
it's okay
I
if I
have
didn't
two of
do
the
mine
beloveds
like
are
this.
in
I'm always
okay
if you turn.
Well, you know,
Seattle. Yeah, no. Where are you guys? Anyway,
Seattle.
you'll
All yours.
Yeah, they're in another state. Anyway, they're on Zoom. God, my brain just went. You know, Denise and I were talking and we're going, she goes, I just walked in here and I forgot
Did you
what
go
I
out?
was going to say to you. Anybody else have that?
I get
Okay, so here's what's going to give you comfort. We have so much information all the time coming at us all the time.
that's
So
you
you
do.
walk in a room and you go to get that candle and you look and you see something else or you hear something else, squirrel. And so your mind does that. And then you have to sit for a minute and then you go, oh yeah, I came in here for a candle. So it is not Alzheimer's. You're not going crazy. It's just that we have all these things at us all the time. So give yourself a break. It's all good. All right. So they are going to present
Nope,
for
she's
you
gonna be
today.
okay.
So it is a PowerPoint.
But
What I loved about it, they did this presentation, all three of them, and Gigi is here live. Woo! And what's great is that I heard it, I was so moved by it, and I said, y'all are going to do this in church, okay? So that is what they are going to do. And I believe, Mark, you're up first? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, he is. And I'm just having such an amazing time with these beloveds because when you teach, you get the lesson too, always. So with that, let's welcome Mr. Mark Protas. His wife, Christine Protas, will be on second, and then Gigi Shepard will be on third, and will be up here live. So enjoy the presentation. Woohoo!
Thanks, Rev. And we're calling in from beautiful Seattle, Washington, just to make that clear. Morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. And we're really happy to share this with you today. The book that we're going to be presenting was a book that we all read and presented to the Rev as part of our practitioner class. It's called The Wisdom of Not Knowing by Estelle Frankel. And Estelle is a psychotherapist and a Jewish mysticism teacher. And she spent decades exploring what happens when we stop fighting uncertainty and we start to learn from it. So the subtitle, if you can see the slide, says it all: A Journey into Trust, Presence, and Living Inquiry. And Frankel draws from the Kabbalah, from depth psychology, from Buddhism, and science of mind to make a pretty bold claim that our psychological and emotional and spiritual health depends on how comfortable we are with not knowing. And that uncertainty isn't something to overcome. It's actually a doorway.
I really like this stuff.
So the book is structured into 3 parts.
Yeah.
And today, the 3 of us are going to walk you through each one. So Christine will begin and she'll take us through part 1, Journey into the Unknown. And then I'll return for part 2, Befriending the Unknown. And Gigi will close it all down with part 3, Becoming Intimate with the Unknown. So with that, I'll hand it over to Christine and take us into part 1, Journeys into the Unknown.
We knew everything. We wouldn't need to be here anymore.
Thank you, my husband, Mark. So let's begin at the beginning, Journeys into the Unknown, which appropriately is a place of not knowing. Frankel opens the book with a reframe that sets the tone for everything that follows. He says the unknown is not an absence to be filled, it's an invitation to be answered. Growth doesn't begin with when we have all the answers. It begins precisely where certainty ends, in that tender space between what we know and what we're becoming. This profound shift from how most of us are conditioned relate to uncertainty. We treat not knowing as a problem to solve, gap to close, a weakness to hide. Frankel says, what if it's actually the terrain of transformation itself? Ernest Holmes captures it beautifully. We grow by willing, not by will. While Frankel draws from Kabbalah, this insight maps perfectly onto some of my teachings. Consciousness doesn't expand through force or striving. It expands through opening, through saying yes before we know what we're saying yes to. Okay, slide 3. What?
There we go.
Is it up there? Okay, yay.
Yeah.
This is the first big inquiry Frankel places in front of us. It's worth sitting with. What if I don't need to know? He offers 2 reflection points. First, look inward. What am I trying to control through certainty? How does the need to know actually protect me from vulnerability? Because often that's what it's doing. It's a defense mechanism dressed up as competence. Second, imagine possibilities. Who might I become without fixed answers? What happens when I release my grip on understanding? This inquiry invites us to sit with questions rather than rush towards conclusions. Frankel observed that we often seek knowing as a form of safety, a way to manage the unpredictable. But what if it's not knowing isn't a threat? What if it's actually a liberation? Emerson pointed to this. The answer isn't out there somewhere. It's within. Practice of not knowing isn't passive resignation. It's an active turning inward, a deepening trust in what's already present beneath all our noise and certainty. Slide 4. The ego seeks answers. Spirit invites experience. Now, Frankel names what's really going on beneath the surface, and this is one of the most important distinctions in the entire book. The ego and spirit have fundamentally different relationships with the unknown. The mind's job is to analyze, categorize, and contain. It wants answers it can match. And it's not bad. The intellect has its place. When we let the analyzing mind run the show, spiritually something gets lost. Spirit, by contrast, is revealed through openness. Wisdom arrives not through mental mastery, but through experiential surrender. And it's kind of forward to it. The intellect analyzes, the spirit knows. The key insight here is that our compulsion to know can actually block direct experience. The ego wants answers. Spirit wants availability, a willingness to be moved through rather than to be in control. In religious science, we talk about alignment with divine intelligence, not something we control, something we allow. Frankel is saying the same thing through Kabbalistic lens. Certainty can close the very door that Spirit's trying to walk through. Then slide number 5, practicing trust in daily life. So what actually looks like, and what does this actually look like in practice? Frankel grounds part 1 with 3 simple but powerful daily commitments. Okay, first, pause before reacting. So when uncertainty arises, consciously resist the urge to immediately affirm it away or jump into problem-solving mode. Just let there be a beat of spaciousness before response. Second, stay present. Practice remaining available to what is rather than what you wish were true or fear might be true. Allow life to reveal itself in its own meaning. This is hard as it sounds. Our minds are constantly working ahead. Presence is where transformation actually occurs. And third, this divine intelligence. Remind yourself that Spirit is already at work, even when you cannot see the path forward. This isn't blind optimism. It's an informed practice faith. As Holmes says, trust in the law brings peace to the mind. This practice expands consciousness by softening the impulse, need to control out. Divine intelligence moves through surrender, not force. And that's really the essence of part 1 of the book. learning to loosen our grip, enough for grace to move. So with that foundation in place, I'll hand it back to my brilliant husband, Mark, who will take us into part 2, where the relationship with the unknown gets even more personal.
Thank you. And if we can go to the next slide, Roxy, that'd be great. Thanks, Christine. So when we get to part 2, and this is something kind of a little bit profound starts to shift in the book. In part 1, we learned how to enter the unknown, and that was through curiosity, open-mindedness, even through darkness. And then in part 2, we start to step into unfamiliar territory. Part 2 asks us to go a little bit further. It's not enough to just stumble into uncertainty reluctantly or white knuckle our way through it. Franklin invites us to actually befriend it, to develop a relationship with not knowing itself. And look at this progression on the screen. We move from resistance, fear, control, defensiveness, through recognition, which is like awareness, softening and opening, and finally into relationship, friendship, trust, and intimacy. As Jung reminds us, that which we resist persists. The moment we stop fighting uncertainty is the moment it loses its power to paralyze us, and friendship replaces fear. If we go to the next slide, and this is where the central inquiry of part 2 occurs, and it's kind of a personal one. Franklin says, can I welcome what I once avoided? And notice your reactions for a moment. How do you respond when clarity is absent? Do you tighten up? Do you rush to try and fix things? Do you try and affirm the discomfort away? What Franklin is offering here isn't it really a technique, it's more of an orientation. And she calls it practice softening. What changes when I allow uncertainty to be present without immediately labeling it as wrong or broken? And this requires what she calls emotional honesty and spiritual maturity. And that's a willingness to stay open without demanding any guarantees. In Psalm 46:10, it says simply, be still and know. Not be still and figure it out, just be still and know. And this also connects beautifully with some of the shadow work that I've been doing personally, to welcome what was once avoided and start to claim wholeness, even though sometimes it's uncomfortable. If we go to the next slide. And as we go through the second part of the book, we go even deeper still. Franklin says, befriending the unknown ultimately requires us to dissolve our defenses and meet life unguarded. True spirituality, she teaches, is relational. So spirit responds to openness and receptivity, not control. In science of mind language, we'd say divine intelligence flows through our willingness and not our willpower. And here's kind of the heart of it. The deepest truths aren't merely spoken, they're embodied, they're experienced and lived. As Joel Goldsmith says, the deepest truths are not spoken, they are lived. What Franklin is teaching is that the unknown isn't just some impersonal void that we have to tolerate. It's actually a living, responsive field that meets our willingness with grace. And when our defenses dissolve, then our presence deepens. If we go to the next slide, Roxy. So how do we actually live this? Franklin gives us 3 practical applications that can become daily spiritual practices if you choose. First, greet uncertainty with compassion. And this involves changing your inner dialogue. Instead of saying, I don't know what's happening, try, hello, unknowing, I see you, I'm listening. Speak kindly to what feels unclear rather than trying to resist it. Secondly, listen more than label. This is one that I personally have, I'm working on. Treat uncertainty as information, as invitation to deeper listening rather than an invitation that needs fixing. This is what Ernest Holmes means when he says, prayer is not asking, it is a listening. This is contemplative listening, and it's the foundation of effective spiritual mind treatment. And finally, move from reaction to relationship. And this is the full integration, shifting from fear into faith, from control into trust. We're no longer trying to force outcomes, but we're learning to dance with what is. So that's part 2 in essence, moving from encountering the unknown to actively befriending it and ultimately living in conscious, intimate relationship with uncertainty itself. Not more answers, just more availability. And once we've established that friendship with uncertainty, Frankel takes us deeper still. And I'll hand it over to Gigi now, who will bring us home with part 3, becoming intimate with the unknown.
Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Down we go, down we go.
Okay, so just
Here, honey.
you know,
it's so nice to see you.
I know, right?
So nice to see you.
I mean-
Gigi, the camera is right here. You're going to
Oh.
stay here. So if you're
Okay.
a wanderer like me, I had to learn how to not go.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the heads up. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Gigi.
I'm so grateful to be here with you all and to share what we're learning from our practitioner training with Reverend Maryum. My section of the book, as you've heard, focuses on love, the unknown in friendship and intimate relationships. And this is the book that I've been telling you about. This is the book. The Wisdom of Not Knowing by Estelle Frankel. The key takeaway is that embracing the unknown allows us to be more intimate within our relationships, as it enables us to approach one another with curiosity, creativity, and courage. Embracing the unknown frees us from the barriers we all create between ourselves and others with our thoughts and our judgments. We think that we know when we do not. We also strengthen our relationship with ourselves and with our Maker, the divine, the creative intelligence, God, by honoring the mystery within all of our loving connections. And as applied to our life, the purpose, we respect the mystery in all of our relationships in order to love everyone unconditionally, including ourselves. Respecting the mystery in all of our relations allows us to recognize the holiness in bad behavior, to find the saint in a wrongdoer. Unconditional love is giving the benefit of the doubt and trusting in the purity of another. My most heartfelt personal example of unconditional love is as a mother. My sons, who are here in the picture, as young kids, there with my son. Oh. You can see my sons here, Dylan and Jack, as kids, and here as grown-ups, with me in the middle at Disneyland. And Dylan and Jack and I always give one another the benefit of the doubt. And no matter what. And their happiness means more to me than that of my own. Although I do feel happiest myself when they are happy. And Brandon is included in this. Brandon is technically my nephew-in-law, but he feels much more like a son and definitely a brother to Dylan and Jack. They laugh together, they hang out together, they have each other's backs, they tease each other, they're brothers. So Brandon and Dylan and Jack, I speak of. This agreement to give one another the benefit of the doubt frees us up to connect in pure, playful joy and love from childhood through adulthood. And in these pictures, you can see that the love and the joy are visible. Oh, thank you. You can see that the love and the joy are visible in the pictures, and they're not just posing. This is how we feel most of the time. And I mean, we're human, we feel all of the emotions, but the majority of the time, this is how we feel, the love and the joy, because we're free. We make this conscious choice. Unconditional love was modeled to me by my mother and father. My father, Sammy, loved my mother, Becky, through the wedding vows of sickness and health in the most extraordinary way. He embraced their love, including her mental illness, and he respected the mystery of the voices that she heard beyond mortal comprehension. My father wrote a song for my mother, which demonstrates beautifully his feelings of unconditional love with her, called Your Love Comes Through. And I'm going to sing it for you. There's such a need in you that makes you insecure. When we're together, I'm your lover and your friend. Don't understand your tears or why you turn on me. Must be a deep and angry fear that we can't see. But when I'm holding you, feel your tender touch, and your love comes through for the two of us. Thank you. My parents modeled unconditional love for each other and for the family. Together, they created a happy childhood for us and demonstrated that the love always wins, despite severe mental illness or any other of life's challenges. When my father left the world, I was only 19 years old. He provided for me and my mother with a living trust and our financial needs. But how could I survive emotionally without my rock, my everything, and be responsible for my beautiful mother's well-being at age 19? This daunting question did not remain a mystery for long, thank God, for my father's very best friend and songwriting partner and brother, Mickey Stevenson, who uprooted his family to move into my family home to care for my mother and for me. Mickey stepped up to the plate cheerfully and with grace and compassion. To this day, Mickey takes his role as my living father on earth. This is a bond that is eternal, and I can feel my father in heaven, Sammy, and my mother's gratitude and joy. Mickey's beautiful wife, Michelle, takes the role in my life as a spiritual mentor and a soul sister. I can always count on Mickey and Michelle for sound spiritual advice and unconditional love. Friendship is another sacred expression of unconditional love. And as a quote from the book that we're sharing with you, friendship is the knitting together of two souls and is eternal. And I think that's worth repeating. Friendship is the knitting together of two souls, and it is eternal. Two of my besties and soul sisters are sitting here in the sanctuary with us, and one is at home because she wasn't feeling well. I met Vivian when I was in grade school. Vivian grew up with me and experienced firsthand my mother's suffering and the extraordinary love and child-centered play that my parents created, despite the most severe circumstances. Vivian never judged my household. She simply joined in the fun and contributed to my peace of mind. To this day and forever, Vivian volunteers to be the fierce protector of my well-being in honor of my parents, as well as my cherished friend, and whom I can always be 12 years old with when we are together. I met my soul sister Anne, who's here in the sanctuary with us, when I was living here in Santa Barbara about 30 years ago. Anne came with me often to this very church. We both taught at EF, a school where college students come from around the world to learn English. Anne taught at EF before I moved to Santa Barbara. She often used the name Gigi as examples on the whiteboard to teach. Gigi went to the beach, Gigi likes to dance, etc. And this was before she ever met me. One day, after I arrived as a new teacher for EF, Anne used my name again on the board as an example when her students shouted out, "Gigi's here! She's right in the next room!" Anne must have intuitively, without realizing, tapped into the mystery of the unknown as she manifested her forever friend to be Gigi. Anne was in the hospital room with me when my first son Dylan was born, and she has celebrated every birthday and traveled with our family ever since we met. Anne and I laugh together, go on adventures together, and we know that we will always have one another's backs in this world. Lori is the newest of my friends and soul sisters. We met teaching online together during COVID, perhaps the most frightening of all of the unknowns. Lori and I taught together 12th grade English class in the same virtual room through COVID. I was her assigned substitute teacher, which the thought of was initially stressful to Lori. Who is this Gigi? And how can I know if we will work well together? How could either of us have foreseen what a precious gift the creative source, God, had in store for us? If we could simply have trust beyond our own fears of the new, unknown experiences. We couldn't even see most of our students as they were not required legally to turn on their cameras for respect for their privacy. Plus, we had to learn to navigate through technology for the first time. We soon discovered, though, a beautiful sisterhood in each other that will last our lifetime. Lori and I sing, dance, eat, and frolic through our friendship together. And we both feel the security that comes with such a special connection. It's relatively easy to embrace the unknown and love people unconditionally when they are our friends and family. But how do we love people unconditionally when they have been unkind or hurt us? We can do so when we choose to forgive, even when that feels close to impossible to do. my ex-husband, Paul, gave me the perfect opportunity to exercise forgiveness when he asked for a divorce after 26 years of marriage. At first, it seemed healing to speak negatively with my faithful friends about him. Actually, that did feel good, and it was even fun. But this was not enough in itself to free me. I had to forgive him for breaking my heart and breaking the vows. But how? Fortunately, I was already studying practitioner training with Reverend Maryum, who gently and clearly guided me and supported me along with my wonderful fellow practitioners, Mark and Christine, the model couple. I always thought, I want to have a marriage like them. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I did. And what divine timing to be studying the importance of forgiveness when I needed it the most. Once I forgave him, I was free from my own judgments. I could see Paul as a fellow spirit, pure and good. I was free to focus my attention on the beautiful family that we created together with daily love and laughter. It wasn't until this book that I read several times until I could actually respect the mystery in Paul that I couldn't understand. He didn't divorce me in order to hurt me. He simply did so because that is what his spirit needed at the time. I can honor that, and now I can sincerely wish for him the greatest happy life has to offer. I could very quickly let in the love then of my adoring family and friends here today and trust in the goodness of life. And I need to add something here very important, and that is that when we forgive, we need to do so with boundaries. We never want to give a person permission to smite us again. That we forgive them to release for ourselves. And when I called Reverend Maryum sobbing the day after Paul asked for the divorce, I anticipated that she was going to say, well, let's pray, everything's going to be fine, all is well, which she did. But the first thing that she said to me was, you need to protect yourself, girlfriend. You remember that? And then she spent the next hour telling me exactly how to do so. And then we prayed. So boundaries are essential with forgiveness because our relationship with our Maker is not a passive one. He wants the universal intelligence, God, wants the best for us, and we need to be an active part in that relationship. And once you have freed your spirit by applying forgiveness, you can buckle your seatbelts as to the magical moments to come. But first, I must also talk about an important focus in this book, The Wisdom of Not Knowing. First, we must also release fears. How do we do that? In this book, The Wisdom of Not Knowing, it says, quote from the book, courage is a love affair with the unknown. It also suggests that the most powerful way to develop courage is to align ourselves with our deepest core values and to remain steadfast, to keep showing up. Furthermore, this chapter explains, when inspired by great purpose, all thoughts and barriers break. For example, a firefighter's values are to protect life, so they can move past the fear of the danger that they're in when fighting fires. And as a mother, we have the strength to lift a 1,000-pound car if we need to to protect our child. So it's that inner strength is how we battle fear and put fear in its place. The biggest fears that I faced after my divorce were, how would it feel to be 60 and single? Or even worse, 70 and single? And ultimately, what if I get sick and die still single? Again, the divine timing of my studies with Reverend Maryum and with the love and support of my beautiful family and friends, I released these gripping fears and found my answer. I could and would find my soulmate. My prayer partner, Christine, wrote the most powerful and loving prayer treatments, fueling me with confidence. My friends cheered me on as I kept my eyes and heart open for that special love partner. And my sons even encouraged me, though naturally mixed feelings, by holding me and telling me that my happiness is the most important thing to both of them. Then, when Christine and Mark and I presented to Maryum in class this project, Reverend Maryum assigned us in the Zoom class to write out our dream reality in the present moment. So here's where you can put your seatbelts back on. I wrote to the assignment, writing my dream present moment, I wrote, I feel a man with strong arms wrapped around me, with noble actions and values. A gentle-spirited man who feels secure and who respects the mystery within me and himself. We embrace all that can be learned and love about each other as we gaze into the mirror of our eyes. And the moment that these messages that we're sharing with you today from the wisdom of not knowing, the day that that really sunk in beyond my intellect to my heart, that day, Cleveland showed up. Cleveland's sitting right here. And it felt as though Cleveland stepped right out of my written prayers, word for word. And we are both deeply grateful for this slice of heaven in every present moment that we share together. With my limited human view, I only prayed for a wonderful man. But the infinite universal mind of God provided a whole wonderful family, including his beautiful daughter Sarah and his awesome grandson Gavin, who's here with us, to join the laughter and love with my wonderful family. And I am deeply grateful for this magical union of love and how much joy we contribute to one another's lives. The author of this book also includes how to keep these loving, joyful feelings strong and continuing. Frankel, the author, adds, quote from the book, "Love can only become a safe harbor when we allow the unknown to continually breathe new life into our relationships." She recommends renewing vows every 7 years, being attentive, really listening, and being present to one another. And so with that, how we keep unconditional love with boundaries, I'm going to end my talk by doing a meditation with you on unconditional love, and also to sing a little hymn that I got from this church 30 years ago. I think Karen Drucker wrote it, yes. And how is it that we can offer unconditional love with boundaries? The answer is for us to adore ourselves. To adore ourselves is how we can offer and receive unconditional love with boundaries. If we adore ourselves, we fall in love with ourselves. Then we have plenty of love to share with others. So with that, I'm going to come back to the meditation on unconditional love, and then I'll sing that hymn. Absolutely. Okay, so this song, How to Love Yourself, the one that I heard from this church, I hum it all day. I hum it when I'm brushing my teeth. So it really sinks in. And you're welcome to hum along with me if you like. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. One more time, join me if you like. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. And I will love myself like a newborn baby child. Thank you.
I just wanted to share something, which I shared with Gigi, which is kind of interesting. How she came into prac training, we got to go in the camera. Anyway, I'm going through paperwork because I've been here about 17 years, and I found, and Gigi, she actually just called on the phone and said, I want to start prac training. And I said, what? Because she lives in Burbank. And so she said, okay, say, it was a vow to yourself. What did you say?
Yes, I was
Put your
sitting
mic
right
up.
here in the sanctuary taking a practitioner training class. But I realized that I'd be moving to Los Angeles to start a family. And I made a promise to myself in class, right here, that after my kids were raised and independent, I would come back to the training. And here I am.
And she did, and here she is. Okay, and the last part is that I'm going through paperwork from, many of the ministers and just things, and I found a certificate of christening, Lighthouse Church of Religious Science. This child of God, Dylan Shepherd, okay, on, what day was it? Wait a minute, there was a date. Okay, November 26th, 1999.
Yes.
Okay, so she's in prac training. I find this paperwork. I know, right? God is good all the time.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
So anyway, thank you, my dear.
My pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, thank you. That was so great. And going into the place of not knowing is what we're all going through right now, right? Yes, yes. And so that's all we have to do. We just have to keep embracing that and whatever we have to do. So be present to it and just know that as we hold that love, peace, harmony within ourselves, we can manage anything. If our ancestors can get through all the wars and all the depressions and all the things that they did, we can too. There's a book that says, and I'm going into personally, I'm going to have a surgery soon. And I was scared, and then I remembered a book, and it's called Busting Loose from the Money Game. And he said, just say this to yourself, if millions of other people can do it, so can you. If millions of other people can have a good experience, so can you. And so I just say that to yourselves, because as we say that to ourselves, we're saying, wait a minute, we're in this together, and we can all be here and support each other together. And that's really what it's about, isn't it? Yeah. So it's good. All right, so thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Mark and Christine online. We're grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're going to move into our conscious giving. And so we have a tip jar for. Oh, yeah, George has to do a song. Sorry, George. I was cutting you off. You don't have to do a song. Oh, no, you do. We want you to do the song. Okay. I'm like going, oh my gosh. We're good, we're good.
When I saw the theme of today, I thought about this song, which I haven't thought about for about a century, or at least a half a century. And but it's a really fun song, and some of you might remember it or have heard it, by Frank Sinatra. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next time you're found with your chin on the ground, there's a lot to be learned, so look around. Just what makes that little old land think he'll move a rubber tree plant? Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky hopes. So anytime you're getting low, instead of letting go, just remember that ant. Whoops, there goes another rubber tree.
Whoops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
Whoops, there goes another rubber tree plant. When troubles call and your back's to the wall, there's a lot to be learned. That wall could fall. Once there was a silly old ram, thought he'd punch a hole in a dam. No one could make that ram scram. He kept butting that dam 'cause he had high hopes. He had high hopes. He had high apple pie in the sky hopes. So anytime you're feeling bad, instead of feeling sad, just remember that ram. Oops, there goes another billion-watt kilowatt dam.
There goes a billion kilowatt dam.
Oops, there goes a billion kilowatt
dam.
He had high hopes. He had high hopes. He had high apple pie in the sky hopes. So anytime. Oh wait, no, wait, sorry. Last verse. All problems just a toy balloon. They'll be bursting soon. They're just bound to go pop. Oops, there goes another problem curve.
Oops, there goes another problem curve.
Oops, there goes another problem curve plop. Isn't that a great song?
In there?
Yeah.
I wanted that song because you have sung that before here.
No, I never.
Well, maybe you didn't, but I found some sheet music for it. Okay, and I'm like, oh, I love it. Yeah, I did. I know. I'll show you. I'll have to find it first. Anyway, so thank you, thank you. All right, so if you enjoyed the music, we have a tip jar for EJ and George, and now we have conscious giving, okay? Now we do. And please stay for a little bit. I know everybody's got a busy Sunday, but please stay. We have so much food because from yesterday, because we had a fair that was so much fun. So please stay, partake, break bread with us. We would love you to be with us. And we actually have the Hawaiian, yeah, I love that bread. Oh my gosh. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and say our affirmation together. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal, bless, and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
And let's just raise our hands and bless these offerings. And as we do, we know that the love of God, the Spirit of God, the grace of God, and the abundance of God is happening right here, right now. We bless these offerings. We know that they move out into the world. We are grateful to not only come back to us in the most beautiful ways in our lives, but out into this community and out into the world. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God, as we say in gratitude, and so it is. Amen. All right, we're just going to do really quick announcements.
It all already happened.
It already happened. I know, we don't have much going on, so you want to go? Yeah, the weekly stuff. So we have Kundali, is Joanne here today? She's at the prison. Okay, she's not in prison. She's at the prison volunteering. Okay, sorry. Whoop. Okay, so she teaches normally Kundalini Yoga at 8:30 a.m. here live in our sanctuary on Saturdays. And then Spruce Up Saturday is online, so that is with the lovely Lava Bai. And she does that to help you clear out your head and your house. So join her online every Saturday from 9 to 12. And then we have a meditation here with the SRF fellowship group, and they're here Tuesday nights. It's an hour-long silent meditation, so contact them and if you're interested. And then we have our blessing circle Wednesdays at 11 a.m. That's where we're online, and we do all of the prayers, which Gigi and Mark and Sherry and Christine can do soon. I know, they can join us. Why not? They're practicing training. Okay, why not? It'll be fabulous for you. I already have them praying, by the way. They're learning really well. Okay, and 11 a.m. Spirit Study Group, that's with Roxy. It's on the Trust Frequency. It's a great book. We had the authors here, 15 years ago, and it's fabulous. So you don't need the book because people are reading from the book. You talk about it, and that's how you embrace your spiritual practices. And then, gone. I know, right? Okay, so next week, defy limitations. Oh, like they did in the Olympics. Wow. Yeah, so talk about, just go hear some of their stories, and that'll inspire you for the day. So anyway, we will be doing that next week, and let's circle up. Somebody came up to me yesterday during the fair, and they said, I really can't hold hands, and I said, then don't. If you're not comfortable holding hands in a big circle, don't. Just, just put your hands there in the circle and come up here with me. You could stand with me, okay? But the rest of you, come around in a circle. Let's stand up. Let's shake it out. And as we do, let's allow ourselves to bring the divine love, that beautiful, beautiful essence. I know, right? You go. Is it big enough to go around the room? I know, right? Yeah, go through there you go. I have faith you'll figure it out. All right, so we are grateful. We are thankful for the blessings that we have received. We're grateful for this message that we actually did need to hear now, to just allow the unknown to be and just follow your guidance, your love, your path, and know that Spirit is always, always creating the next step for each and every one of us. And we are grateful. So as we walk into the unknown, we walk into faith, courage, and the love of God. And we are grateful. We have a saying we say here, it's our affirmation. Miracles follow miracles. Wonders always increase. And we give thanks for this amazing day. And so it is.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Hey, Mark, if you're still there, I really enjoyed your presentation, your talk, and your wife's as well. It's excellent.
Thank you so much, Lava. I really appreciate the encouragement and the